There's a belief that if you want to put yourself out there in the public eye as a public persona, there's an expectation for you to act right when you're in the public space. Yeah. And that act right means being kind all the time, being nice, being humble. Otherwise cancel culture, right? Otherwise we deal with you on Instagram, on Twitter, we deal with you on the socials.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as brands, are these the sort of character traits that are important when
Absolutely.
collaborating with? But at the same time, Jill, who is happy all the time? Because if we want people to be their true, authentic self, we've got bad days.
Yeah.
Moods happen, bad days happen. Yeah. But, that stays with people.
Yeah.
They hold you against that, They hold you to that, rather. So these character traits, are these important to you? And how so?
Very important. So I've been on the side of having consumers calling out and going, listen, you've worked with this person, this has happened, what are you gonna do?
Sure.
So it's hectic, and it happens on a Sunday, as Twitter does. So you're working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Look, as a brand, we unfortunately don't have the luxury of saying, well, we're gonna work with you anyway. But I also really don't appreciate the kind of cancel culture that's like, oh, somebody's got a problem with you immediately. So my view is always we go in, we take time to assess. So that's why your holding statements are extremely important. So we are looking into it. And I think that's important, because too often also brands go, oh, well, and I go, no, that's also not cool. I think it's about taking a humane approach to social, because social is social.
It is.
So much, it's a very social space. Like I said, so you do have to take an approach that's a bit of a mix of like corporate comms and PR and branding and content marketing. It's a mix of everything, which is what I love about it. So I think, look, you do need to be very responsible, and there's certain things in this day and age that you just can't. There's certain boundaries you just can't break. And if you do, then unfortunately brands can't work with you. And that's just GBV is a big no-go. It's probably one of the biggest right now. Racism as well. Really, I mean, with the movements that are coming to the fore. Certainly within COVID, we're looking at really responsible behavior. So a lot of DJs and entertainers, came under a lot of fire just before wave 2, because they were going out and they were performing, and a big part of what they do is capturing what they're about. And that's, for somebody who's lost people to within COVID. And that's the thing, is it's always about the current political environment. And I guarantee you what's important today won't be as important 24 months from now. So I think it's about being constantly conscious and aware of the political environment that we live in, because social is also political, guys. I'm sure you will agree. It's so it's just as anyone, it's about being really aware of the current environment that you're operating in as a public figure, because social is public unless you're private, like me, because I would never do what you guys do. If you're going to put yourself out there, you're putting yourself out there into a public domain that has some kind of political context that you absolutely need to be aware of. But again, it's responsibility both ways. Brands can also get it very wrong.
Influencer side, creative side, contrary to what you're saying, is the fact that the more the creatives who actually have more
controversy
around them actually get more campaigns. I actually wanted to
Yes, I've seen that.
Because obviously that's also measurable. They'll make whatever they say, one word, they're trending. So you as brand know that, and you know that whatever they say and put out, it jumps. So it's like flip coin on both ends. For us, we're boring. because we don't have as much controversy. But it's like we're the safety nets, but we won't give you the talkability that others can. So how do you balance that?
I don't think that there's a balance for it. I think literally it's like, I always say, guys, social is a party. You walk into it. Every day you pick up your phone, you go onto Instagram, you're joining a room. It's a party. It's like a physical room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nobody's perfected how to socialize. That's why we're consistently doing it as human beings, and we never will, because we are constantly evolving.
Yeah.
And the environments we live in are evolving. So I think that's what makes social interesting, and I think it's what makes it fun. And I think that's why experimentation is important. And to your point earlier, you know, going, how do you know when it's right? How do you just do it? There's a delete button, and people forget. People forget. So don't be scared. Just give it a go.
But you know, you're so right. Sorry, Fense. You know, when you spoke about controversy and the brands that would rather align with those who are making the loudest noise and disrupting things and you know, creating conversation, it possibly goes back to what we said earlier on about being your true authentic self, and that if you're happy with who you are and what you do, because those brands will find you. The brands that love what you do and who you are will find you. You know, will work with you.
Yeah.
You don't want the brands that are not aligned to who you are at the same time as well, right? Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think nowadays when you post something online, it's no longer about you. Because when you post something, people are going to be watching what is it that you're posting. So you have to be cautious of what you post, because you can easily offend. There's many communities now. There's religious people. So it's not about you anymore. What you post, you have to be careful, because people will be watching. And then if you post something wrong, they'll be asking you, why did you post this? And they will attack you, and they'll say, you are not a nice person. You're not a kind person. So I don't think your posts are, great.
Maybe this, maybe that. You know something. Tell me what you know.
Chair, what I know, I don't remember. That's the bottom line.